Hello everybody. This video will focus on slugging your air gun as the first step in shooting air guns long range. Air guns are not like powder burners. I've said it before. They shoot about a third of the velocity of a powder burner. And I see a lot of people asking the question on Facebook in the air gun groups, what's the best slug for my gun? Well, the answer to that question is the best slug for your gun is the slug that fits. Well, how do I know? Well, this video series is going to show you what it takes to get your gun ready for long range air gunning. The first step in getting your gun ready is ask yourself the question, does my gun possess enough power to push the weight slug that I chose at a fast enough speed to make it accurate for the yardage that you want to shoot? Me and my wife, we like to shoot out to 400 yards. So therefore, I like to see our guns around the 1,050 to 1,060 feet per second range. So let's get down to brass tacks. How do I slug my gun? How do I know what slug to buy and what slug will fit? So I choose the Air Force platform because the Air Force platform is the easiest platform to deal with. So the first thing we need to do is we need to pull the bottle off this gun. And in order to do that, we need to cock the gun. We need to get the handy dandy bottle wrench. And we need to pull the bottle off the gun. Now you're asking yourself, why is he pulling the bottle off the gun? Well, the answer to that question is because it's easier to push the slug down the barrel if the bottle's out of the way. So let's get this bottle out of the way so we can do this, we can slug this gun. Now the other thing you're going to need when you slug the gun is you're going to need a micrometer. You can buy a micrometer on Amazon or eBay for around 40 or 50 bucks for a good one. Make sure you choose one that is certified. Bottle's off. Take the collar out. Micrometer. This is a micrometer. Like I said, it's about 40 to 50 bucks for a good one. This here is a certified one. It comes with a card of certification certifying that the measurements that this micrometer produces are accurate to within 0.00000 accuracy. So 1/10,000th of an inch. So there's the micrometer. First thing you need to do when you slug your gun, turn the gun where you can get to it. This is a pad with a little bit of Slip 2000 on it. This is what I use to lube my slugs. So you want to throw your slugs in there, roll them around a little bit because the lube makes slugging the barrel so much easier. Now the other thing you need to do, yep, they're lubed, is you need to pull your shroud off. This gun is shrouded, so you want to take the shroud off because you can't slug a gun with the shroud on it. The bullet will fall down inside the baffles. So we're going to pull the shroud off. We're going to pull this baffle off, and we're going to pull this baffle holder off. Now we have the barrel. So now we're going to take one of our lube slugs and we're going to push it down the barrel. Okay, now you need to ask yourself the question, is my barrel choked? If you have a normal pellet gun, then your barrel is choked. So you need to slug it 2 times. You need to measure a slug pre-choke and you need to measure a slug post-choke. So we've got the lube slug. We're going to put it in the barrel. You need a brass or aluminum cleaning rod. You're going to start the slug down the barrel and you're going to push it till it stops. Right there. That's the choke. You push just a little bit and you can feel that it's the choke. So now you want to go to the other end and you want to push the slug back the other way till it comes out. There it is. Now you want to set that slug to the side. You want to find your other slug, and it's lubed just like the first one. Start it in the barrel. Now this slug, you're going to push all the way through. Put your hand at the end of the barrel to catch the slug. There it is. So post-choke, pre-choke. So now we're going to put the cleaning rod away. We're going to cover our tin that we use to lube our slugs. And we're going to set this out of the way. We'll put that back together in a little bit. Now, how do you measure your slugs? So you turn your micrometer on and you check for 0. Make sure the units that you're measuring are in inches. Then you reset it. And then you open it up. This is a 25 caliber gun, so therefore you should be around .250 or less. So you want to open this up to .250. 3, 2, 1, there we go. So now, pre-choke slug. If you look at the slug, you can see the rifling where that slug contacted the inside of the barrel. So you want to set that slug inside your micrometer and you want to center it. And you want to turn this until just till it stops. Just till it stops. See, it stopped. You should be able to pull that slug out of there without any resistance. Just like that. So pre-choke for that gun, for that barrel, is .24935. So .249. Okay, so we know that that's good. So now we're going to take the post-choke slug and we're going to measure it. And that slug measures .248. .248. So now we know we want to stay within 1/1000th to 2/1000th of an inch when we order our slugs. So your pre-choke slug is 249. Your post-choke slug is 248. So you could order slugs 250 or .249. And those slugs should shoot okay. I cannot stress enough about slugging your barrel. I can give you, for instance, or an example, the 257 that I owned had a bad barrel. And it had 2 tight spots in it. So I pushed the slug into the first tight spot, backed it out. That showed 256.5. I pushed it through the first tight spot, and I found a second tight spot. So I pushed another slug back out of the barrel the other way. That slug measured 255, I want to say. And then the third tight spot ended up measuring 254, 253. But you couldn't hit the same spot on a 36-inch box at 100 yards because of the 2 tight spots. And the velocity was awful. I mean, the velocity was all over the place. So if you want to shoot slugs and you want to shoot long range, this is the first thing you need to do. I will be making a series of videos. This is the first of the series on what it takes to shoot long range with an air gun. Slugging your barrel is the first one, which we just went through. And then we will get into other technical aspects of what you need to know. I want to give a shout out to Cedric, Too Fast for You, because Cedric has taught me a lot. So I feel that I owe him a shout out. I also want to give a shout out to Dale at Varmint Knocker Slugs. I am not a sponsored YouTuber. Everything I own and everything I do, I paid for myself. I'm doing this to get the information out to the people who want to do it, who want to shoot long range or who want to shoot slugs. Because it makes a difference when you know what you need to do. Now we will go to, I will get to the other part of after you've slugged your barrel. Now you know what size slug you need. Well, what if you can't find a slug the size you need? And let's say that the only slug you could find is 251. Well, then you need to get a sizing press, like I have. And you need to get a sizing die for your 249 or your 248. Well, what if I can't find a sizing die for that? Well, then you buy what you can find, and if it's a 246 or 246 or 247, you need to open that die up a little bit, and you can do that with a dowel rod and sandpaper. You take your die, your body bushing, which I buy all my sizing bushings for air guns from NOE. He has the best selection. So you take your sizing die, I know this is 22 caliber, but you get a dowel and you wrap it with sandpaper and you slide the sandpaper in here. Then you take and you run this back and forth across the table and you size another slug until you get this die the size that your gun likes. Then you have your sizing die and you can size all your bullets yourself. You don't have to worry about finding somebody that has the perfect size bullet for you. So that's going to conclude today's Slugging Your Barrel, and I will be making more videos and I will get back to you guys as fast as I can. The next video will probably be based on ballistic coefficients. Why does it matter? Well, you can find that out next time. If you like my videos, click the like button and click the subscribe button. I'll be doing a lot of videos on this long range shooting, and eventually we will go out into the field and we will be shooting, and I will be filming the shooting out to 400 yards with air guns. we'll be shooting steel gongs and such. So click the like, click the subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Tell me if you need, I should change anything. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Hope everybody has an awesome day, man.